How's that? Hiya.
Yeah.
I'm not meant to be looking at the camera anyway, am I?
No, it's fine. There are literally no rules.
Okay, cool. Cool. Feed me, man. Feed me.
I think this is the first time I've sat down today.
Is it?
Properly.
Oh no, why? What have you? Oh, you're kicking all day.
Yeah, perfect.
What time did you start?
Let's say 8:30.
Oh god.
Yeah.
That is long.
I made the dessert first, then.
Is it an Indian dessert as well?
Yeah. So yeah, the theme today is Indian. So the drink that we're having, ice. Let me get some ice.
Okay, go get some ice.
The drink is.
I got you sat down and you're like, shit, I haven't got everything ready.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
The drink is a lime soda.
That's very good for your tummy, you know. They give you that when we're in India to settle it.
Yeah, and some
Nice.
water with some lime.
Delish.
Yes, and
Okay.
everything else will come.
That tastes delicious. Oh my god, it's so refreshing.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness me. I'm just like, oh, after that bike ride.
Yeah.
Took me 1 hour and 6 minutes.
That's alright.
It told me it was originally meant to take me 1 hour and 15, but I'm a speed demon on my bike. And I just hammered it. I'm alright, thank you. Perfect. So, it's like when you're cycling and you come up against other people from different, I don't know why, it's like a little race for me. I'm like, yeah, get across, let's go faster. Like, what are you doing, Gem? You've only got in one gear. Cheers. In the eyes, it's not it's bad luck. 6 years bad luck, sex.
That's new.
It's very not new. It's just you probably never listen to me when I tell you about it.
I remember before, we never said it.
Really?
No.
I might be lying. It might be 7 years bad luck of sex, but
If you.
don't look some time when you're sharing them. Cheers.
I guess before we eat, I thought I'd try something different.
Go for it.
I guess I was thinking that every guest I have might not have been on camera before.
No, actually.
Have you?
Okay, not in this way.
Okay.
I haven't. And not in the way you're thinking, because I can see it in your head going,
I didn't say anything.
you didn't even need
I
to.
didn't
The
say
fact that
anything.
you giggled was a start.
No, it might be like I don't know, like
This is probably even
recital.
more. This is probably going to be more humiliating than what you think it might be.
Okay.
Is I made a DVD with my Cathedral Girls Choir years ago when it was recorded on TV, and we did one of the Songs of Praise thing years ago when I was about 16. So, I mean, to the camera, that was at least, oh my god, 12 years ago now, so that's embarrassing. But the only other time I've been on camera is, and yes, I have been in a movie.
Okay.
When I was an extra.
Yeah.
When I was an extra in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, okay, that one I knew, yes.
And funny enough, on film, and I was like, I'm going to be in it, watched it, my whole head's cut off and the body's just in it, and I was like, for fuck's sake. I did that for 2 weeks walking up and down that street. Nothing. It's fine. It does bother me, but it was quite good fun. It got me $3,000 for 2 weeks. It's amazing.
Oh shit. For an extra.
Yeah, they pay you pretty good on movies anyway.
Maybe I should try that now.
Well, you know what? It's the only thing with it, which is a bit annoying, is that they take about 2 months to pay you, and it kind of works like that because it goes through like an agency, and then the agency takes its fee. I was fortunate that when it happened, it still took like 2 months, but because I was new to the agency, they weren't taking a fee unless you got like another job. But I then went, like, I only did it for 2 weeks, so it's almost like a holiday thing really, and then I kind of went back into like my job I was doing. It really depends, like at that time I had brown long hair and like a totally different look, you know, they like.
I still haven't seen the picture.
Have you not? I'll have to show you. Yeah.
Why did you decide to like change it?
Do you know what? I kind of gradually started getting blonde hair about 6 years ago, getting highlights. And it went more and more, but the person I went to, she was okay, but it was almost, and I think when you start going blonde, you kind of want to get blonder, but the girl I was going to wasn't really making it as blonde as I wanted, and then she went on maternity leave, and then I ended up at the hairdressers I am, well, just using the hairdresser I am now, and she thought I'd had a balayage instead of highlights because of how bad it was. Then she gave me highlights and we went lighter one day, and then she didn't do something, whatever she'd done, she hadn't done the roots properly, so they were like root and then blonde, and I was like, what's happening?
Yeah.
But they were highlights, and she was like, oh my god, I think I've misread what you wanted. So I went back and they basically bleached all of my roots, and then I ended up with just properly bleached blonde hair. I do like it as well. I kind of love that look.
Would you have to go back?
Well, now I'm gonna have to go back to be more brunette with maybe blonde. Yeah, because my hair's gonna fall out and I'm gonna end up blonde.
I have a different problem. So
I know, darling. I know. What problem do you have?
I'm bald. I wouldn't have a problem actually. I guess at first when I noticed I was getting bald, it was one of those like terrifying things where like you just wake up in the morning like, oh my god, I'm losing my hair.
Oh, really? Can I ask, like, from a guy's from that, is it you're losing it and it just starts coming out of your hair, or does it just start moving back? It
basically, the growth rate basically just recedes. It just slows down. And you're like, oh, the back of my hair, the height is very different to the front.
Right.
Like you start seeing patches and So I was uncomfortable, and I was like, I'm so young as well, because I started noticing it early 20s.
No way, that is young.
Yeah.
What is it in your family? Like,
no,
dad?
actually, no, full hair. Like, so I was thinking, oh, maybe my grandpa was, and maybe it skipped my dad.
But it suits you shaved anyway. I mean, I actually can't imagine you with hair.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I actually can't. I'd be like. I think you look cool, but.
Yeah, I prefer it now.
Yeah. Do you have any pictures of you with hair?
Yeah.
Which I can see.
I'll show you one day.
Yeah. Oh man.
Hoping you forget. I pulled up one when I was in.
Yeah, but wasn't that when you were a kid?
Yeah, that counts.
I want like something in like 19 to 20-year-old.
I have one in uni.
Yeah.
I had a mohawk.
Did you? Yes, George. So happy to hear that. You had a mohawk.
Yeah. It's one of those choices you look at, you're like.
Can I ask, did you get it? Because I think you can keratin your own hair straight, can't you? Because it's so curly.
Yeah.
Did you get it done?
No.
Or did you just leave it like a fro?
I just left it fro, and the barber just basically shaved the side. I got it when I noticed I started to get bald, so it was like a last hurrah for me.
Oh my god! Where did it start from, the mohawk? Was it here?
It's pretty much here at the front.
Yeah.
Because I guess my type of baldness, like, you really notice it from the side.
Right,
so
you shaved it.
Yeah, so I kind of just shaved the side, and
I love that.
Oh.
Can I have some more of this?
Mm-hmm.
This is so good. How did you make this?
What
is the ingredients, George?
So lime and soda, and lime soda, and some sugar syrup.
How many fresh limes did you put in there? Is it all fresh limes?
Yeah,
fresh lime juice?
Yeah. So 4 limes, then a litre of soda water.
Yeah.
Then about 75 ml of sugar syrup. Yeah, I just made it today, so I know.
No wonder it tastes so delicious with the sugar syrup. I'm like,
yeah, it's refreshing. I just thought like it would go with.
Sorry, I'm just giving myself some roux. Would you like some more?
I mean, like.
Yeah. Jen.
Yeah, that's alright. Thanks. Actually, I don't know what it's called. I like improv. Remember when I did the whole improv classes and stuff, right? So I thought, what better way of, I guess, relaxing my guests and kind of bringing them out of the shell and just, I guess, thinking different. You're actually not thinking at all.
Okay.
So I thought of like 2-player improv games that we could play. So we're just playing one.
Okay.
Called, I can't actually remember what it's called. Anyways, so it's like the whole concept is I'm a shopkeeper.
Right.
You're returning an item you bought from my shop.
Right.
And you do not know what that item is.
I'm returning it, but I don't know what the item is.
Yes, I know what the item is. So you basically come to my shop, right?
Yeah.
And you're trying to describe what you're trying to return. And I basically try my best to guide you. So take for example, right?
Interesting scenario. How would I not know what the item I need to return is because I bought it?
Yes, it's the world of improv. So
Okay, sorry, Jen. Stop trying to make it logical.
Yes, everything is upside down.
Okay, it's upside down. All right then.
So let's say you bought a cookbook from me, right? And I know you bought a cookbook, but you don't. So you come in and you're like, I'm trying to return this item. The electrics just don't work. And I'm like, I don't think that type we sold you has electrics. It's like the wooden frame and it's made of paper, and like I try to guide you.
Right.
So you then try it again to be like, okay, the chair just wobbles, and I'm like, do you get the concept?
Yeah, I kind of get the concept.
Okay.
The silliness of it all.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to try and describe the object I want to return, and you're going to guide me, and you know what you want to return, and I know what I think I want to return, and we'll see if we can get on the same page.
Yeah.
Is that kind of where we're going?
That's kind of where we're going. Yeah. So I'm going to think of something.
I need to think of something, don't I, which I want to return?
I guess you're taking a wild guess. So it's however how you think you can describe it to kind of get
So I've got to read
closer.
your mind.
Essentially. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think sometimes I'm quite good at this with
Okay.
you, but we'll see.
Well, yeah, we'll
My
see.
fellow
This is
Gemini.
Yeah, this is a true test. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, this is too good. It's like so yummy. Do you know how nice it would be? A little bit of like and that.
What? Vodka?
So
I knew it was here.
It'd be like such a good cocktail.
When I was making it, I just thought, yeah, you're going to ask for alcohol. You wished you had alcohol in it. I just do
No,
it.
it tastes so good as itself.
Yeah.
That would be a really good mixer for a drink.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
It
to say,
would.
you know.
Yeah.
I think they do that as a type of mixer, don't they?
Probably.
Is it? Gemma, you're getting distracted. Oh, it's so heavenly.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, I've chosen something.
In this room,
No.
it's
Doesn't have
like
to be.
I Spy, isn't it?
No, I'm not going to like.
Okay,
Help
fine.
you out that way.
Alright, fine.
Yeah, alright.
Fine. Alright. Are we going to play now?
Yes, we're
Okay,
playing now,
fine.
so-
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, George.
How's your day?
It's good. It's good, thank you.
Nice weather, right?
It's been beautiful weather.
Yeah.
Very hot.
Yeah.
And I managed to get out a little bit, but anyway, on the back of my mind, I've been thinking about a item I bought from your said shop. And
Which one? You bought so many.
I know.
Like you're like our best customer.
The problem is,
Yeah.
it's been COVID, and I kind of got a little bit addicted to internet shopping, and I've been trying really hard to avoid it, and I nearly turned off my Amazon account,
Yeah.
and I couldn't help it. I turned it back on the other day.
Yeah.
So skincare has been a huge thing, but this item, I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, because it's not my usual I normally buy from you, and there's something wrong with it, and I think it might be the fact the batteries don't really like work in it at all.
Really?
Yeah.
How-
I'm not sure if you maybe gave me the wrong batteries.
Are you sure the type we sold you has batteries?
Maybe I'm trying to put batteries into it, but it's
Okay.
actually
I don't see how you could do that.
electrical.
I don't see how you could.
Does it have a plug?
Do you know what you bought?
I think I know what I bought. And I thought it worked quite well until I turned it on.
Okay. How
And
did
then-
you manage to do that?
Well,
I'm pretty sure what we sold you, you can only activate it manually.
when you say manually, well, surely that's me turning it on though.
Not necessarily.
What do you mean by manually then?
It's like.
Is it voice activated?
I mean, if you don't know, then
Well,
I'm sure we
I
gave you the instructions.
was no manual with it.
No manual.
No.
I mean,
This is what worries me about this
maybe
object.
the types we would sell in the way future might have voice activation, but right now it's either electric or the manual version.
So so the manual version has no electric, so it's more of a wooden version. It's not got any electrical element to it.
I mean, I don't think we sold you a wooden model.
Right, was it plastic model?
That wouldn't last very long. I mean, we only sell quality.
Rubber?
Are you sure you bought this item from here?
I'm starting to be a bit worried that I might have got this from the wrong shop, and what you're talking about, what I might be talking about,
I'm pretty
what I might have bought in COVID, which I probably shouldn't be admitting to now on this, that maybe what I think you're thinking, I thought I bought. I don't think it's the same thing as you think.
Probably not.
Definitely not. It's not wooden. It's definitely.
Is that a question?
No,
Okay.
I don't think it's wooden.
Okay.
But
That's
I feel
good to
like there was some sort of. I had to switch it on somehow to make it work
How did you do that?
with a switch, which was an on and off button.
We definitely don't sell those models that have switches. I don't think I've ever seen any that have switches.
Right. Okay, so it just functions on its own without any switching on.
Like I guess you need to be on it for it to function. It's not like a Tesla.
I need to be on it for it to function. So if I sit on it, is it a bicycle?
Is that what you think you bought?
I'm not sure now.
I mean,
But then it would explain why when I try to put batteries in it, that doesn't work. And it's not an electric bike, which you normally could use, and I can't charge it, and that would also explain that as well.
so let me check our system.
Okay.
Oh yes, you did buy a bicycle. Is that what you want to return?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
okay.
thank you.
Where's the receipt?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, it's a bicycle. I just saw it.
I know, I'm just thinking, he's thinking about my bike, isn't it? Because it's a manual thing and it doesn't have batteries.
Yeah. So it's a bicycle, yeah. Well done.
Okay. Oh, this I might have been a bit cheeky and I had one already.
Oh wow, damn, couldn't even wait for me.
I couldn't. I'm so hungry, George. You
Oh.
put it right in front of me. I was like Joey from Friends.
It's alright. How's it?
Tastes delicious.
Okay.
Yeah. It tastes very like Dishoomy. I'm not gonna be one.
I'll take that.
My bad dishes. I'm actually using my fork because I'm gonna get some of the spring onions. But it looks like. God, this is amazing.
What do you feel is different now? Like with the whole post-lockdown, it feels like, I guess, everyone's trying to get back to normal. Shops opening, pubs opening, but
I feel like we've kind of like, especially going through cycling through London today, people, I think obviously people ask to social distance, but you know, I'm definitely guilty of it as well. You know, I see friends and stuff. I'm trying to trust people are being honest with being outside and being okay, and I think it's that thing of like, hopefully they are. I've travelled to Liverpool last weekend and wore a mask all the way on the train, on the tube and everything. The nice thing about that was actually there was 4 people in my carriage. That was it. And on the tube there was no one on my carriage at all. So it's been I quite like that it's actually, people are maybe, even for the environment it's better, you know. I don't want to say maybe people are driving more, hopefully not, but people are more cycling, they're using other forms of transport, which actually, walking more and stuff like that, which is better in general for us, I think. But I think, you know, it's just changed the way we are, like, going out and stuff. I'm not as bothered about going out as much. I think because I just haven't had the chance. I do like to go to a pub, stuff like that, but it hasn't even crossed my mind about being bothered to even go out for a dinner at a restaurant or anything. I think I'm so used to now I'm seeing friends, so having a dinner here, or doing these cook-alongs we've been doing. But it's just, it's, I don't know.
I was thinking with the Plandemic, like, what would be the objective for the government if it was true?
Controlling society a bit better, making sure that we, I don't know.
Stay 2 meters apart?
No, I mean, I guess with like face masks and people, I guess areas have it, and one might end up having its own separate lockdown. I mean, for me, I'm really crap at following rules anyway, so I don't know whether it's just, you know, people are using a lot of the database now. You know, I've even signed on this COVID app where you put your symptoms and it's like a proper data tracker, so you're tracking those people's data and privately and stuff like that as well. So
yeah,
what's that about?
I wouldn't do that for me personally, because I feel like in some ways I kind of get why. I get one selling point of that. You want to understand
the virus and
how far it's gone and plan ahead and all that, but there's a little bit of privacy invasion.
It feels like a privacy invasion. You know, it's like that control thing of like, how many times have you been out this week? Where have you been? Have you been? And that's what these apps are asking you.
Oh really?
Yeah, some of them do. It's just one app, but it does because it's trying to do this COVID checker and stuff, and it's like, have you worn a face mask and things like this, and it just feels that level of it. You know, it's the point that it's not almost such a control that you can see it, it's almost an underlying thing which you just naturally fall into, having to wear a face mask all the time, but then actually it hasn't been mandatory until now, a few weeks into it.
It wasn't.
What?
Yeah, the change.
It just seems very odd.
I was wondering if the change maybe came from like an increase or spike that happened.
Have we had any? George, you and me are so bad at looking at the news, aren't we? We're the worst. We can't even have a decent conversation about it because neither of us looked at it. I don't even watch it anymore.
But I do keep my ear out.
Oh, thank God. Can you give me some facts?
I have no facts, but
right.
I still keep my ear out. No, it feels odd. And there's some things I
think travel as well, that's the thing which feels weird. Okay. Travelling.
Yeah.
You can't travel places like abroad.
You can.
Easily. Well, now they're putting back into like quarantine, isolation. Like in Ireland, when I spoke to my cousin today, she was like, oh no, you should be able to come visit. This is like a couple of weeks ago. Now, they're putting restrictions back in, so if you come back, you have to be if you go to visit Ireland, you have to quarantine for 14 days. I was like, why have you did it, then you take it off, and then you put it back in again? What?
Is that factual?
That's what she told me.
Oh. Okay.
In the next couple of months, she said, no, I think next couple of weeks, we're putting it back in.
I don't know anymore. To be honest, like, it's almost like when this started, I feel like I took a break from life. Like
laid back George. Just like holiday.
Yeah, sometimes it just felt a bit too much, and every single piece of news I saw, everything I opened on YouTube just related to the virus. Not that it wasn't or isn't important, but I don't know.
It got boring, didn't it?
Yeah, it's almost like there's a problem, which we all know. Yes, there's a virus and stuff, but I don't feel the right type of information sometimes is being spread, and sometimes it feels like there's a lot of fear.
Massively.
You get the government will say one thing or advice, I guess, a method of trying to maybe control the virus, like the 2 meter thing. Personally, I feel like the whole 2 meter rule, I don't think it makes sense to a degree, because I believe everyone breaks that rule. So,
oh yeah, I mean we're doing it now.
Yeah. So.
Oh shit.
No, it's true, because everyone literally breaks that rule. When you go to a supermarket and I can count how many times like I've picked up like I don't know, some vegetables, and I'm like, I don't really want that anymore. I've dropped it. And,
put it down.
yeah, is someone going to spray that?
Yeah.
While I talk. Yeah, so it's. Yeah, I don't feel like the right type of advice sometimes has been passed around.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
It feels very mixed advice.
Yeah.
And again, it is like how honest are the government with the advice they're giving?
Yeah.
I think they're very choosy with it, and the fact they trust the science. What the fuck does that even mean? The science? Who's the scientist? What is it? We never see it. You're just telling us, and we have to believe you because you're fear mongering us so much anyway. What other choice do we have?
Yeah, exactly. And it's not to downsell the problem.
No,
like,
guys. I mean, it's a real pandemic. It's awful.
But I guess for me, I don't know if it's I'm being silly or naive to compare it with like having a cold, for example. But during those occasions when someone has a cold or a flu, there's a way I believe they take care of themselves or just isolate themselves.
Yeah.
Small things like that, like when someone looks like at work, for example, if someone is looking like, oh, they're catching something, like you kind of start distancing yourself in a way from that person. You advise the person to like stay home, recover, drink plenty of fluids and all that. So it's almost like common sense for me. Common sense is a bad word, but
no, I understand.
yeah, I feel my sanity has been saved by almost isolating my mind to a certain degree. I do try my best to at least get updates to understand what's happening, but a lot of the time during these times, it's been good. I don't think I've felt personally
the impact of it.
The impact of it.
Yeah, I do know what you mean. I think you're almost isolating yourself in a separate bubble from the actual thing in your own world, creating another type of way of life for yourself.
Yeah.
That you don't integrate with that part of what's going on in society.
Yes,
Does that make sense?
Exactly. It's exactly that. Hearing a lot of conspiracy theories, and I just finished one job, I hadn't started the next job.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, is my job going to be there?
Yeah, of course.
And like those thoughts start just weighing on your shoulders, and it's like fear, and just gets worse every day, and it's not really good for your mind.
No, it isn't. And I mean, George, it's great that you did have your job to still go to. So that's brilliant, because that, I think, is more than anything, even job. I think your job security is so important, and it is something which is so at the forefront of people's minds. And money, surviving, it's surviving, isn't it? And living and being able to live in a home, be able to look after yourself, even if something does happen, be able to get the right medication to help you. All of that all comes in one package with if you get your job and you've got it still, really.